Okay, this is the last view I'm going to give you, and this is really about the management of the system and the monitoring of the system. This is really a task probably for a statewide employee, usually IT or a group of employees that need to have special access to everything that's happening on the system. And here they've got special settings to manage the Google Chrome integration or some of the other integrations, or manage the server or the email system, as well as some of the policies. These are unlikely to ever be touched by anyone except either Justice Tech or some really savvy folks at the IT side. Something that's a little more accessible is this URL allow listing system. You're going to have one statewide firewall that allows all access that you might want to provide students, and then you can drill it down within this system to say, well, we don't actually want you to have Khan Academy access unless you are in, a GED program. And so you can decide which users have access to the Khan Academy and which users don't, without having to go bug your IT to edit the allow list every time. And so this allows you to provide group-wide, class-wide, facility-wide, or even individual level access to certain sites that otherwise you don't want to provide access everyone to. The monitoring tools are really neat. Every message that is sent between every student and staff and student and teacher is logged here for review. Um, any messages, you can set up keywords. Again, we have an AI tool, but you may not want to use that. So you can set up keywords for monitoring, and then if there's any messages that have those keywords, they would be flagged. This is also where the external email system is managed. These are all of the emails that come into any student account, and you can view all of those and decide who you want to allow. You can see some of these are auto approved. The rest can usually just be ignored. If for some reason there is a new resource you want, before you even set it up to be allowed, it would receive the email, and then you can add them to approved senders, or you can see all of the messages that that sender has sent and decide if you want to start delivering messages to students directly from that sender. And so the approved sender section right now is just an auto approved by these two senders, the Khan Academy and the FAFSA. This would grow as you add additional resources to the system. We also make sure we're tracking everything that a professor uploads when they're building a course, or everything that a student uploads as they're taking a course would be here, as well as everything a student does in terms of document creation, even if they don't upload them, if it was done on the device itself. And then any broadcasts that a student or a teacher has made, those are always saved. This is the broadcast you were looking at earlier. It can be reviewed or it can be flagged by anyone on the IT side. Again, this is a lot of data to get through, and I think even more so you can see on a user level, if we were to look at just the users that we were messing with today, we manage all and can track all of the keystrokes that a user makes on the device, on which website they're on or what they're doing when they're trying to do that. And we can also grab all of the screenshots from the device. Every minute a screenshot is taken, and it allows us to track usage over time. There's also, this is where their credentials are stored. If you ever need to change their username or password, that's available in here. So what that results in is we get all of this data about the students, and it can be useful in a sense like this, where we've got a dashboard that says, hey, they're doing this GED math course, a GED reading course, an accounting course, and Khan Academy, and we can track their progress. If those sites allow it, we can get onto the site and we can pull data about student progress. Almost every site will allow us to do this in some way, whether it's automated or manual. We can figure that out depending on each resource. We also get more reports about the device themselves. So how much activity a student is doing. So this is over the last 7 days, how many hours a student has been on the device, how many keystrokes they've generated, how many screenshots they've generated. Or if you want to take it a little further, you can see if a student has been inactive for a longer period of time, and we can report all this information out. There's a lot of other different reports in here as well. I think there's an inventory report. This will tell you exactly what facility each serial number device is showing up, and if it's online or offline currently, or over this period of time. And again, this can all be automated into actual emailed reports too, which we do use with some regularity in different places. All of this data is fed on a nightly basis through an AI monitor. And so it will take the keystrokes, the messages, the submissions, the documents, the spreadsheets, the submissions. It will review all of that data, and it will set up flags for items that you choose. So it can be sexual in nature, or jailbreaking, or inappropriate relationships, or grooming, or any of those sorts of things. And you can see all of the flags. So if this recent flag was about a escape or security issue, um, and so you can read through the transcript. This flag was about a teacher's broadcast. Oh, this was my broadcast, and it has things like a student that doesn't appear to the public. It just reached the teacher's actual desktop. So something about that phrase had this AI system say, oh, that doesn't seem right. Why would they be talking about how things don't appear to the public? So the other types of things that get flagged are for uh, things in files that have been uploaded, in documents that have been edited, in the keystroke logging. If someone went to an unapproved website, it looks like they tried to go to LinkedIn, so that website is blocked, and it is also flagged in their usage history. You can take students on a view all level here and get a risk rating for each individual student based on the number of flags that they have, and would give you reason to go into the details of that student and find out exactly, oh, this was your LinkedIn student here, and it looks like they were also inappropriately trying to use the AI chat or in a message between staff and students. If you have some time alone, we could discuss a private matter. So obviously this was a testing account to try and raise flags, which it did. So that AI tool is also available as something to proactively be monitoring. And if you don't want to use it, all of the other data will exist. The audit logs will show every single item that has ever happened to the device, to the server, and really provide some of the security teams the data that they might need to review an incident. And that's it on the management side.